Are you using same tools for all tasks? Are you actually starting your content from software? My content never starts with the tool defined by the process. It starts with the audience and the purpose, because I'm aiming to create useful content over just beautiful one. If your goal is to create intentional content, not accidental one, you are in the right place. When I create a content, I know in advance who I'm creating it for and why. So the meaning and the purpose of my content already exist, not the other way around. And this is what I want to share with you today. I'm Evgenia, creative technologist and AI artist, and I help people to learn AI in a very simple way, step by step. In this episode, I will show you how I think before I create anything in Adobe Firefly. So, if you're watching this episode only, you will learn how to prepare your idea before you go to generate. And if you stay the full episode series, you will learn how to take your visual idea all the way to Adobe Express, create a social post, resize it, and schedule it. For this summer idea, I think would be great to reuse for content creators, brands, or even party invitations. Psychologically, humans are naturally drawn for clear objects like glass, water, or ice, and it's so easy for our brains to process. If I'll choose something busy or confusing, it will take a long time to identify and people will move on. So I'm aiming for the sweet spot, clear enough to identify fast and interesting to stop for. But not every day I have clear ideas. And for those days I have different tools that can help me. If I'm looking for exploration or defining my idea, then I would go to Adobe Firefly boards. What can you do with Adobe Firefly boards? You can upload your sketches or images, you can look for stock images or create new ones. You can generate images or video, you can remix images or even select the specific textures. And you also can share it with your team member for real-time collaboration. If you need your project to be done fast, Adobe AI Assistant Beta in Firefly is the right place to start. It connects multiple apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, and more, so you can complete multi-step projects so fast. It works step by step in one conversation without need to switch the apps. There is no need for technical prompting, all in simple language. You are the one deciding what will be done and how. What if you need just a small little fix, like remove background, add or remove something to a visual, generative expand for your image, or even upscale? Then you don't need to start entire workflow for it. Look no further than quick actions. These are AI-powered tools within Adobe Firefly Workspace. They are designed to rapidly change images, videos, or audio. But since my idea is clear today, I will head over to new image generation for my future work. We will start right here. I will prompt in simple words, generate the image in Adobe Firefly. We'll select one that can become a real post. Now we are inside Adobe Firefly, and this is where idea starts to become visual. But I still don't want to prompt randomly, because my goal is to have the image that will be used later for design. So before I prompt anything, I remind myself what I actually need. I need a clear popsicle, I need the frozen raspberries inside, and a dragonfly sits on top of it. A clean background, a strong light reflections, and enough negative space for text. Now I would open Adobe Firefly and start prompting. I would prompt something like extreme close-up to a clear, transparent, see-through, slightly frosted ice popsicle with real frozen raspberries inside, a real dragonfly with accurate anatomy sits on top, very strong light reflections through the ice, isolated on a crisp white background. I also like to mention the hex code. Large negative space for text. Yeah, looks good to me. Now I check settings. Usually I start with the latest available model because I want maximum realism, cleaner details and more polished results. Adobe has its own models and partner models available in the same workplace. For this one I will select square because it works just great for social posts, and later in the episodes I'll show you how to resize it to other formats. And now I click generate. And while it's working, I want you to notice that I did not ask for text in the image, but I did ask for space for text that I will design later in Adobe Express. While we are still waiting, I want to give you some tips. If you're not satisfied with the result, do not change entire prompt at once. Change one thing at a time so you will be able to define what is working and what's not. For example, add more space on the right, or make dragonfly smaller, add more raspberries, make a popsicle more clear, or make reflections stronger. One change at a time gives you more control over your prompt. If you would change everything at once, you will not be sure what is actually working. Okay, after some options and results, I'm able to select one. For this one, looks very realistic to me, and I would click the button Share Options and select the option Open in Adobe Express. And that's it! And now it opens in Adobe Express. Adobe Firefly helped me to create this visual, and in Adobe Express is the place where I'll turn it to actual social post. So the lesson for episode 1 is very clear. Do not start with a button. Start with intention, audience, purpose, and the need for a project. Then choose the right tool for it. In episode 2, we will start right here in Adobe Express, and I will take this visual into social post. See you there!